Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video, we are looking at the Prizepicks NFL plays for the Sunday slate. They moved the Buffalo game to Monday. We still got two great games today. Got two games with 50-plus point totals in both of them. We should see some offensive fireworks in both games. Yesterday's picks went 3 for 4. The last two videos I've done, they went 3 for 4 both times. See if we can get a sweep today. I actually got 6 picks because I do like both games a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in both of them. So let's go ahead and get started, see what happens today. First pick that I'm looking at is passing yards, and I am taking Dak Prescott over 281.5. It's a game at home in Dallas where Dak has just been amazing this season. He has great numbers at home. The offense averaging 30-plus points a game at home, and I think this game, with the Cowboys' last few playoffs have been disappointing, but I think that maybe that this is a time where if they lose this game, things are going to change in Dallas. So they're heading into this one playing really well. Even last week against Washington, they still kept their starters in for a bit. You still saw Dak already bumped up to 282. I was still going to take it. You saw last week Dak, they played for most of the game. Fourth quarter, they got out a little bit near the end, but I think against Green Bay, you're still going to see Dak and that offense at home put up points and move the ball. So if you're taking Dak Prescott over passing yards, you definitely want to correlate it with one of his receivers, and I think CeeDee Lamb is definitely the best guy to do that. His number is 101.5. He's had some huge games. Last week, he probably would have clipped over 100 yards if he played the last few minutes of the game, last 8 or 9 minutes of the game. But I'm still taking Dak and CD to have big games today. I'm taking them both over. On the other side, I think Jaden Reed has been one of their best playmakers on the Green Bay side. And I'm taking him over 48.5 receiving yards. You might get a chance that Watson comes back today, but he's missed enough games that even if he does play, he's probably not going to get a full workload. And they've gotten a ton of production from Jaden Reed, who's been a monster and just getting into the end zone. They like to give him short passes too, and he has enough speed and playmaking ability to break tackles. And you can even we saw Jordan Love just take some deep shots to him too. So even if Watson does play today, I'm still not expecting him, and the books don't expect him to have a full workload with his projection being so low, 25.5. So I think Reed is a guy that they're going to continue to lean on, and he's done a great job for the Packers. Another Green Bay piece that you can look to is Aaron Jones. His rush yards, we have A.J. Dillon not going to play, so you're probably going to see 80, probably even 90% of workload going to Aaron Jones. They do have a backup in Patrick Taylor who will get some work, but for the most part, it's going to be Aaron Jones' show. I'm taking him over 74.5 rush yards. I think that they're still going to try to run the ball early in the game, and then later we'll see if they still decide. But I think 7-point spread, I still like the Packers, the way that they've been playing. Been one of the hottest teams in the league over the last few weeks. I think they're going to stay in it. I'll be surprised if they get blown out. So I expect them to be running the ball throughout the game. And then going over to the second game, I'm going to be starting by taking Matthew Stafford over pass yards. Taking him over mid-set 270s. Last looked at it, 276.5. Take him over that. It's a spot. He's going back to Detroit. Finally gets a playoff game in Detroit, and he's going into it with just a great supporting cast of receivers that are playing really well. You got Puka playing amazing, setting records. You got Cooper Kupp has been playing pretty well. And then you got Demarcus Robinson who's come on strong. They still got the tight end Higbee who's questionable, but I think he'll probably give it a go. So you could correlate Matthew Stafford with one of the receivers, but they do have enough guys that they spread the ball around. So I'm going to go on the other side of this game, and I'm going to be taking Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's a great play today, especially because you might not see Sam Laporta, who they expected him to miss earlier in the week. Dan Campbell saying he has a long shot to play in this game, and now they said he's still up in the air, but I don't think he's going to play. It's a pretty big enough injury that, especially at the knee. So I'm not expecting him to play. If that happened, you'll see more targets going to a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown, especially, in a game that's a must-win. So these are my 6 picks. I think they look really good. Dak Prescott over 282.5 passing yards. CeeDee Lamb over 101.5 receiving yards. Jaden Reed 48.5 receiving yards. Aaron Jones over 74.5 rush yards. Matthew Stafford over pass yards 276.5, and Amon-Ra St. Brown over 90.5 receiving yards. Best of luck. If you are tailing, let's get this 25x, and I will catch you all next time.